Hello, and thanks for joining me on another episode of Career News. I've got some exciting headlines for you today, starting with smoking in the workplace and whether you should be paid for it. Sydney and Melbourne may not be all they're cracked up to be on the wages front. A couple of terminations that spark some interest around social media and creative resume writing. Fair Work have released a new pay entitlement and are looking at going through some updates to help consumers. Centrelink is being revamped for the first time in a while, and it's certainly worth a read. And the NDIS is providing positive outcomes both for access and for jobs across the country. So stay with me and we'll dig right in. Last month, the discussion was raised during an interview with Malcolm Turnbull in regards to people smoking at work. He said, "I guess it's a lot of time when they're not working. If they're leaving their work, I guess the boss is entitled to say, 'I'm paying you to work and not to smoke.'" The Cancer Council CEO Chris McMillan is behind a ban, saying that having a smoking-free workplace not only improves the health of those who smoke, but it will increase productivity, decrease absenteeism, and protect employees from being exposed to secondhand smoke. With currently around 2.5 million smokers in Australia, the discussion of this ban could seriously reshape the working lives of many Australians. The Australian Fair Work Commission has released its latest leave entitlement to be added to the Modern Awards, and soon employees will be able to access 5 days of unpaid family and domestic violence leave. This is a part of their 4-year review of Modern Awards. The leave entitlement will apply to all employees and will be available in full at the commencement of every 12-month period. It will not accumulate from year to year, and it will not be prorated for part-time or casual employees. It was also decided that employers will not require employees to access any available paid leave entitlement before accessing the unpaid family and domestic violence leave, and some evidence requirements may be requested by some employers. An important lesson was learned in regards to resume writing for a gentleman who was employed by car rental giant Hertz, and we are reminded that extending the truth on our resume is not only unethical, but it may end up getting you terminated. Hertz had concerns about one of their employees and began to investigate the details of the employee's work history. It was soon revealed that an unfair dismissal case that the employee had lodged in 2011 was inconsistent with his resume, which had described him working for that same employer for another 4 years. In the end, the Commissioner stated, "I am satisfied on the evidence before me that the errors were not only intentional, they were also misleading, and they were significant enough to justify Hertz's loss of trust and confidence in his ability to perform his role with honesty and integrity. The misleading information contained within his resume was enough to justify a valid reason for his dismissal." Hopefully this makes you think again if you are looking at extending the truth on your resume or fluffing things up. Another social media spurred sacking has come from Canada, where footage of a van soaking pedestrians by driving through puddles has led to the driver's employment being terminated and an apology statement being posted by the driver's employer. Not only is this kind of erratic driving dangerous, but it could also lead you in trouble with the law or your employer, even here in Australia. The Hilda report has revealed that median wages show Sydney and Melbourne may have individual high income earners. The median wage, that is the same number of individuals below and above this wage, not to be confused with the mean or the average, is actually higher in Brisbane. With the ACT and Darwin, for some reason they're grouped together, showing the highest capital median wage of just over $67,000, Brisbane came in second at $51,700, with a trend that is also on the rise. Perth came in third at a median wage of $51,000, followed by Melbourne at $49,000 and Sydney at $48,000 and Adelaide at $47,000. If you've ever found yourself in an employment bind and made your way to Centrelink for support, you may be curious to know that the Australian welfare system has received a bit of a shake-up in July. With a new demerit point system in place to target those who may not be serious about finding work while supporting those that need it most. Minister for Jobs and Innovation said the new system should help to see all job seekers fulfil their potential and have the best possible prospects of transition from income support onto employment. The Fair Work Commission is undergoing a facelift to make information more accessible to the public and small business, with modern award summaries and SMS reminders to make the system more user-friendly. They're even looking at expanding access to free legal service for consumers. In positive news, frontline disability service roles have increased by 10.5% thanks to the NDIS, with more than 2,300 jobs created across Australia and resulting in more than 45,000 people receiving life-changing support for the very first time. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed our headlines as much as I enjoyed bringing them to you. If you have any feedback or any areas of interest that you would like me to research further, please don't hesitate to contact me at findyourpath.com.au on the Contact Us page, or via email at info@findyourpath.com.au. I'd love to hear from you. Have a lovely day.